Are you a manufacturer or producer of primary products importing goods for your production line? Did you know you can receive duty-free importation on some raw materials and intermediate goods to support your business? Hi, I'm Suzelle Ray and welcome to Finance Matters. Today we take a closer look at the Jamaica Customs Agency's Productive Input Relief (PIR) program designed to help manufacturers save on imports and boost production. Joining us to discuss and tell us more about the PIR program is Orane Thompson, Monitoring Supervisor in the Incentives Unit at the Jamaica Customs Agency. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow the Ministry of Finance on Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Threads to see all the episodes and highlights. Mr. Thompson, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Firstly, what is the Productive Input Relief Program and who benefits from it?
Well, the Productive Input Relief is not really a program. It's actually an initiative by the government of Jamaica, where the government decided that they wanted to see exactly how best they could assist persons who were in the productive sector. As a result of that, they came up with what was called the omnibus legislation. So what the omnibus legislation did, it actually looked at all the persons who would have gotten benefits. And based on that, they decided that they're going to create this legislation that can benefit the productive sectors. Now, what you have happening is that they decided to look at the different tax types. So you look at your income tax, your customs duties, your additional stamp duty, your fees, things of that nature. And based on that, they made a decision that we have to now create legislation that can guide the sector. You ask exactly what is the productive input relief. By the nature of its name, it explains itself. So basically you get a relief from taxes and duties in relation to inputs, the things that you're going to need for your productive sector, in relation to anything that you have to do for the productive sector. You get a relief on it. And the relief is wide. It involves custom duties, the general consumption tax, additional stamp duties, and so on. You ask a question in relation to exactly who can benefit from it. The Customs Act, there was an amendment in 2013. It became effective 2014, somewhere around there. And what they did, they made amendments to the law. And the law stated in Part 5 of the third schedule, it would give you a list of all the persons on the different sectors who could get the particular benefit.
This sounds like a very good initiative that can benefit our manufacturers and our farmers. What goods or materials are eligible for duty-free importation under this initiative?
Well, I'm in total agreement with you in relation to it's a very good benefit for persons who are in the productive sector. So let's look at the type of goods now that they can actually receive. What you find happening is that our manufacturers and our producers of primary products, those are persons who belong to the agricultural sector. They get what are called categories. So you have 5 categories that they can get. They can get their raw materials, and those are goods that are not normally transformed yet. They're raw in the rawest stage. For example, oranges. Then you have what are called your intermediate goods. Your intermediate goods, they have started some process. So chances are a good example of that would be like orange juice. Then apart from the raw materials and the intermediate goods, you now have your packaging material, which of course after you make your products, you're going to need to put it somewhere or put it into something.
Right.
You have your consumables. Those are items that are used up during the production process, but they're not really a part of the final process. And what is really important, I believe, it's your equipment and machinery. Your equipment and machinery is now what you're going to use to do the activity that you have to do.
Well, Mr. Thompson, I'm hearing a lot of good tax-free benefits for our small businesses in Jamaica. Walk us through the application process for an eligible applicant who wants to benefit under this initiative.
And that's a very good question, but I also believe it's not only for small businesses, it's for the idea is that you're trying to more or less motivate and encourage your productive sector in what I just related, in terms of making sure everybody produces. Yes, it is really good to encourage persons who would like to enter the different industries because they actually get the benefits. Now, in relation to the application process, what you find happening again, we have 5 major categories. For the first 2, which are the producers of primary products and manufacturers of goods, they basically have to make the application to the ministries. To be quite frank, all persons who are desirous of receiving the benefits have to go to the different ministries. So for the first two, the producers of primary products and the manufacturers, they would go to their respective ministries. For manufacturers, that would be the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. For the farmers, or what we call people in the agricultural sector, the producers of primary products, they'll go through the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining. Then the other three, because I'm putting them aside, the other three would be your tourism, that's Ministry of Tourism. Then you have your creative industries, that's the Ministry of Gender, Culture and Entertainment and Sports. I have to make sure I keep on remembering all the pieces for that ministry.
Yes.
And you also have the last one, which is healthcare, which is the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The persons apply directly to the ministries. And from once the ministries now do the vetting process and make a determination and certify them, then those persons will get what is called a ministerial letter or ministerial order. That is sent directly to the agency from the ministry to say that, listen, we believe that these persons can get the benefit based on the activities that they're involved in. So we actually don't really interface in terms of the application process. So it's a ministerial letter or ministerial order. Number one and number two now, the manufacturers and producers of primary products, what you find happening, those will still have to go through their ministries. For manufacturers, they go through the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. The application is then sent to the Jamaica Customs Agency. We have to now go and do a visit. So we actually go on site to the factories and the farms, look at the economic activity, look at what the persons are doing, see if they can really benefit from this and qualify.
I'm hearing a lot of processes and stages.
Yes.
Can you give us an idea as to how long the process takes and how long the applicant will know if they are eligible or not?
Right, so normally, because it goes to the ministry first, for both agriculture and Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, when it hits the Jamaica Customs Agency, if everything is smooth, there are no glitches, we don't need any additional documents from the persons who are applying, it should take within 5 to 10 working days.
And finally, Mr. Thompson, where can business owners get more information about the services offered at the Jamaica Customs Agency?
Our social handle is Jamaica Customs Agency, and you can also go to our website, which is jca.gov.jm. In addition, we have numbers. So our numbers are 876-922-5141-9. When you get to the operators, you simply ask them to transfer you to the incentives unit. Our team is ready and waiting. And also we have a direct email. Our email is incentivesinfo@jca.gov.jm.
Mr. Thompson, thank you so much for coming on our program today and telling us about the JCA's Productive Import Relief Initiative.
Thanks for having me, and by extension, the Jamaica Customs Agency.
And thank you for joining us on this episode of Finance Matters. Remember to follow us on social media at MOF Jamaica and tune in next week as we continue to demystify the economic and fiscal policies and initiatives implemented by the government to empower Jamaicans as we chart a path to Jamaica's economic prosperity.